Hi, it's Neil Sean here on Your Entertainment News with the wonderful, the very lovely Mr. Billy Boyd. He tells us all about his latest album release and, of course, acting commitments. Remember though, Billy?
That's right, Neil. If you miss it, you miss out.
So don't miss Billy today with his brand new album on Your Entertainment News.
Second-hand can fly as we watch numbers rise, giving scores to our adventures.
We've got to talk about your other career as a musician. Now, what I want to know, first of all, is how did it start? Were you an actor first, or were you a musician and then, you know what I mean? Which way did it come to you?
They were sort of around the same time because at school, we started doing school plays and I loved that straight away. But at the same time, I was playing guitar and me and a guy in my class who was called Billy Johnson, we got a band together. So it's sort of around the same time, although Billy Johnson, who I played then when we were 14, is still in the band Beecake now.
Right.
Yeah, we've played in bands.
That's nice though, yeah.
Yeah. Our
So you've
whole
grown
lives.
up through musically grown up and had different lives, but then kept the music together.
And it's always like, there'll be a few years without a band, but we always seem to come back and play music together.
I've chased 1,000 rainbows. I've crashed 1,000 times. Tomorrow tears the best of me. When yesterday...
We've got your latest video. Tell me about that. How did all that come around? And what's it like? Is there a difference, Billy, making a pop video as to being in a film? Or do you see the two similar things? Because it's just an acting job, isn't it? But people don't see that.
Well, yeah, I directed this video. I'm not a huge fan of the performance video, you know.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of a narrative.
Yeah.
I like some comedy or something in there. There wasn't much time and I was speaking to a few director friends and we couldn't get it organised and I thought, well, I'll just do it. I know the story and I wanted it to be about someone kind of going back in time, something bad happening, going back in time to try and change it. But every time you go back, it becomes worse, you know. So it became a chess game and he loses the chess game. And every time he goes back and wins the chess game, something terrible happens. And I got all the boys in the band to play all the characters.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So they're, you know, the drummers.
Were they a bit nervous because you've been, you know what I mean?
A little bit.
You're saying to them, aren't you? Well, I need this, and you're thinking, well, it's not that difficult. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
oh no.
But I made it kind of fun, so like the drummer plays an old woman who's knitting and, you know, and the guitarist plays his own wife in one point, and, you know, it was all...
That could create problems later.
Yeah. But it was all really good fun,
Yeah.
you know? And what I found with directing, I actually learnt a lot from people like Pete Jackson and stuff,
Yeah.
who would, you know, finish a scene and then start talking to the actor saying, oh, wait a minute, there's an orc coming. He's coming right behind you, and to get some reactions
Yeah.
and things that you might need. So at the end of the song, I would keep going with the boys going, oh, here comes your wife, oh, she's not happy, and they'd be like, and that's when you got the funny
You
stuff,
see,
you know?
and it's what I always say, you know, Billy, it's the thing, isn't it, of what you learn as you go along. You don't realise you picked that up until
Exactly.
you had to go behind that camera
Exactly.
and say, I'm going to do this. Yeah.
And then I really enjoyed it, you know?
So musically, where do you write your material? Because what I always want to know with songwriters is, I'm fascinated as to where the idea comes from. You know, like, are you out in the park with your kid? Are you like in the bath? And then you think, oh, I've got nothing to write this down on, you know what I mean?
You just try and stay awake long enough to write a song. No, from everywhere, you know, like the album that we've got out just now, The World of Things, there's songs from, like, when Robin Williams died, there's a song about him because I just couldn't believe that.
It was a shock to everybody though,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
a real shock.
And he'd been around all our lives sort of thing. And then I remember reading about there was a Doubtfire 2 and I was wondering if that would work and
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
and all that. And then you suddenly read that and you think, wow.
And it's kind of that cliche, isn't it? The clown and
Yeah.
and it just got me thinking about that. You just think, oh God, it's just so sad, you know. So that was a song. Sadly, I lost my agent who I'd been with since drama school last year. So there's a song about the lovely Odd Powell in there. And then other ones is just sitting with a guitar and say, oh, there's an idea. And I try to write about things that we don't see a lot of songs written these days, you know, like longer relationships. You know, everything's all quite teeny bop, you know.
So Billy, tell us all about your next projects, when they're out. So when's your album out?
So the album is out the 15th of June. The album, The World of Things, with the video, with the chess players, and all the boys as their own wives and old women and workmen.
We'll take a look at it now. Billy Boyd, thank you so much for being my guest.
Thank you.
Pleasure.